2015 PGA show. We're at the Callaway booth where they're launching a new exciting wedge designed by Phil Mickelson and this man, a legend in the golf game, Mr. Roger Cleveland. Roger, tell us a little bit quickly about this wedge.
Well, Phil, when he, over the course of the years, first of all, it is a pleasure to work with Phil Mickelson, always. He's so exciting to work with, and he knows so much, and what he wanted to do in a lob wedge is to have a higher toe, because he opens his lob wedge all the time, and he was afraid of hitting under the ball. He swings a lob wedge at about 85 miles an hour, even on short shots. He's really aggressive. Even in bunker shots, you'll see he'll swing hard. So, but in the rough, he was afraid of going under the ball. So he extended the toe, and we did this in a prototype that I cut 2 wedges in half of our U-grind, Mack Daddy 2 U-grind, welded them together, ground it, put it together, and delivered it on Monday of the PGA Championship last year. And he used it. He went and practiced with it, loved it, and hit some amazing shots. And so he almost won the tournament. And so that inspired us to make a series of lob wedges, which is an extension of the Mack Daddy series, okay? And so on the back of this, it says PM grind. So that's Phil's grind. This is what he's using. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in the marketplace until May 1st, but on tour in March. But it's in Phil's bag now. He can't wait for it to go out there and show the other guys the wedge. But it has Phil's U-grind, which takes the bounce from the center, which is usually where the bounce is, and moves it back to the back. So it actually effectively has more bounce. But when he opens it up, he has a lot of relief on the heel and the toe. So he allows him to get the ball, to get the leading edge under the ball and not have too much bounce, okay? But when you open, the grooves go all the way to the edge, which is very unusual. And the reason for that is when you open the face, it reduces the area that you hit, because the hosel gets in the way and you don't want to hit there. And so you start to hit further out on the toe. And the more loft you use, you hit higher up on the face. So this combination is really terrific. And we truncated the lower groove, and it actually makes the face visually look longer. So when you put this down, it looks like you can lay it flat. It looks like you can flip pancakes with this thing. So the combination of this and the shaft that he uses, the KBS shaft, not the flex, but the shaft, and the grip that he uses, which is very authentic, but not the 7 wraps. We don't put that in there.
We don't all have big mitts like that.
No, he has big mitts, and so it's exactly the wedge that he uses. Now because we extended the toe and increased the weight of this, we had to take the weight out. You only can have 305 grams or so to make the proper swing weight. So we had to drill holes down here, okay? And so that takes weight from the bottom and moves it to the top. So we raised the CG, which actually increases spin a bit. So we used our Mack Daddy groove, which is the most aggressive groove we have in golf. It's a 5-degree sidewall, which creates a radius at the edge, right to the edge of the rules of golf with the USGA and the R&A. So the combination of a carbon steel and all these factors really creates a fun lob wedge category product for us, and an extension of the Mack Daddy line. Now it comes in 56, 58, 60, and 64 degrees. Left-handed 58 and 60. Okay, and it's going to be available in March on the tour. So it's really fun, fabulous, having a lot of attention.
You talk about working with a guy like Phil. Obviously, he's known very much for his short game and a meticulous player. What is it like working hand in hand with him to create a product such as this one?
Well, working with Scott Manwaring, who's head of our design in irons and wedges, and myself, it is really, really fun. And he is so proactive. I mean, we went through about 6 different iterations and little things to get the bounce just right. So it's really fun. I mean, he is so excited about this wedge. And he's so excited to bring it out to the tour. He wants the other guys to see it and see, how good of a designer he is.
And of course, Callaway and everybody else is always excited when Phil's excited about the product.
Well, he is looking good right now. He's lean. He's picked up speed. He's really anxious for his tour to start, and he's starting this week at Humana. So it's going to be fun to see what happens.
You mentioned a little bit about the bounce on that one. Not just talking about this wedge. Now, when you create a wedge, how do you get into talking about the bounces and the grinds? How do you decide what goes on which wedge to make it work for the masses?
Everybody needs bounce because in a wedge, it's the shortest club in your bag, so the steepest or tightest arc, and so you have a very steep attack angle to the ball. So you need that skid plate. The leading edge is not your friend. Okay, you don't want to engage that at all. So you want to use that. And Phil actually a lot of times hits even behind the ball to slide into the ball, and that's what you have to feel. You have to set loft really fast in a pitch shot or a bunker shot, much faster than you do your normal swing. So you set loft. When you're setting loft, you're setting bounce too. You're setting the opportunity for the sole to hit first, and that's what you want to do. So at the Mack Daddy, we have the line. We have 3 different sole grinds on our wedges. We have a standard. We have a C grind, which is a little bit more bounce but smaller. And we have the U grind, which is like this on a standard design. And plus we have the PM grind. So we have a lot of options. And so when folks have soft sand, they need more bounce, or they're going to dig too much. So you either open the wedge up, which increases the bounce, okay, or you get a wedge with more bounce. And when they're firm conditions, you need less bounce, or you straighten up, square up the face, which reduces the bounce on the wedge. So, but we have many options at Callaway, and you need to see what your attack angle is, work on your technique, take some lessons, and really practice on the short game. Phil practices about 50% on the short game. That's why he's so good. And I bet Tiger does the same thing.
That's why he's able to hit those amazing backward shots and everything else. And I'm sure with the high
that's
toe, he could probably do it even
youth,
more.
I think, is what that was. But
I'm pretty sure I'd injure myself if I tried to do that.
He's amazing. He
really
absolutely is.
Well, the wedge looks fantastic. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us.
Well, I love spending any time with you guys. You're the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From the 2015 PGA Merchandise Show with the legend Roger Cleveland, I'm Dean DiCrescenzo for THP TV.